Scientific theory suggests that primates originated in Africa millions of years ago. At the time, the world's land masses were different than they are today, and animals could more easily migrate from one continent to another. Let's take a look at where in the world non-human primates are found today, and then we'll have a look back at how they may have gotten there. Non-human primates are native to 3 continents: Latin America, Africa, and Asia, specifically Southeast and Southeast Asia. Most, but not all, live in equatorial zones and in some of the most lush and biodiverse habitats on Earth. If they're anywhere else in the world, they've been unnaturally introduced to those regions by humans. So, who lives where? Great and small apes primarily live in tropical and subtropical forests. Non-human great apes occur in Africa and Southeast Asia. Small apes, or gibbons, occur in South, East, and Southeast Asia. Monkeys have learned to thrive in a broader range of climate situations and environmental conditions than their non-human ape counterparts. We'll look at the diversity of their habitats and ecosystems in just a few minutes, but first, let's understand where in the world they live. Monkeys are naturally found in Latin America, Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and South, East, and Southeast Asia. Tarsiers are the only living member of their own infraorder and are considered a bridge between monkeys and Strepsirrhines. They're native to Southeast Asia. The wet-nosed primates, or Strepsirrhines, galagos and wantopos, patos, and lorises, mostly live in tropical rainforests, where they can hide, forage, and hunt in lush vegetation. Lemurs live in Madagascar's many diverse ecosystems, including tropical rainforest, dry forest where trees seasonally shed their leaves, even spiny deserts and sharp limestone karsts. Strepsirrhines are native to Africa, South, East, and Southeast Asia. So how did lemurs get to the isolated island of Madagascar? Madagascar sits 250 miles or 400 kilometers off the coast of Mozambique. It's theorized that the ancestors of today's lemurs made the crossing sometime between 40 and 65 million years ago on rafts of vegetation after being swept out to sea during a storm. Without predators, they spread throughout the island and evolved into many different species as they adapted to Madagascar's diverse ecosystems. How did monkeys populate Latin America? The monkeys of Latin America are theorized to be descendants of African monkeys. Tooth fossils found in Peru support this theory. It's assumed that the monkeys found their way to the South American continent some 32 to 35 million years ago on some sort of vegetation rafts made of mangroves perhaps, or hunks of trees, or maybe even broken island masses. And what about Asia's primates? They made the journey from Africa 20 million years ago. It's speculated that the ancestors of today's Asian primates traveled from Africa via land bridges that existed at that time. If they all originated in Africa, why are Asian and Latin American primates so different than Africa's primates? Each primate species has evolved very specific roles for their habitats. They're physically and behaviorally adapted to benefit their ecosystems. These adaptations reduce competition for resources. Where one lives determines the availability of food sources. Available food sources determine the evolution of a species' physical and behavioral adaptations. Let's take a look at monkeys' diverse habitats. Not all primates live in tropical rainforests, although most do. Some live in semi-arid deserts and steep grassy cliffs. Some travel the open expanses of grassy savannas and require life skills for their mostly treeless environments. Some live along waterways like swamps, mangrove forests, riverbanks, and seashores, each requiring physical adaptations and skills like swimming for those ecosystems. Some live on islands where they're confined by the island's size and resources, and very significantly, with nowhere else to go if their habitat is destroyed or if they're being hunted to extinction. And some live along treacherously sharp limestone cliffs where every leap defies death. Some live in seasonally frigid landscapes and temperate mountain zones and are equipped with thick coats to survive snow and high winds and skills to survive when food and other resources are scarce. Some live in urban and suburban settings or sacred temples where they require the savvy to live alongside humans. Humans are, of course, the most widespread and populous great apes on Earth, living on every continent. We human primates need to learn to share space with wildlife and leave space for wildlife. Coexistence with wildlife helps maintain healthy ecosystems and biodiversity, which are essential for human well-being and the planet's health. Everybody wins.